city life, you didn't have the resources, and you were confined, and everything was outside. A lot of people from the city went to the rural, stayed with family and friends like that. Question number 2. Let's say that's number 1. What do you guys got for that?
We couldn't really figure out where we were in place, but we kind of took it based on location, somewhere where there's access to water, access to, where it's not going to be too freezing cold in winter, too harsh in winter.
Yep, milder temperatures. That's very good thinking. Yep. Number 2.
The Rocky Mountains.
Why so?
Because you're out of the prairie and you don't have the dust.
Alrighty. Yeah, very true. Number 3.
We sit on the base of the Nevada Sierras near a lake.
Yeah, like Lake Tahoe kind of right there.
Sure.
Very well put. That's very good because I think you guys all did avoid the Midwest. That's where the terrible droughts were, blowing sand, covered houses in Nebraska, stuff like that. And the West Coast did have better, you've heard of Okies maybe. Grapes of Wrath, John Steinbeck's book, talking about everybody going to California because they had vineyards and didn't have as bad of trouble as everybody else did. So that's where you guys picked, was probably pretty decent. And like you said, resources were big. Water, stuff like that. Third question, theory-wise, what did you guys say to that?
They also didn't steal bread.
Okay, what did you think of it?
I said no.
Yeah.
I've seen Cinderella now.
Very good, very good. How about you guys? What did you all say there, individually? Did you all steal bread? Joan would not?
I said maybe, and then when I came back to it, I just
No.
Yeah, because they're in the same situation you are, stealing their graduate.
Yeah, a lot of people had bad. There were some people that had it pretty good though. Pretty tempted to steal from those ones that were sitting good. How about you guys?
Yep.
Steal bread? Yep, that's, there's some that did go to that. Pictures of hobos walking around and doing everything they can, but for a majority of as many people out there, there was very little incidence of that. Cinderella Man shows a fine thing where people were too proud to steal. There's countless deals, if you read depression books, anything like that, about that, where they could not bring themselves to do it. The white collar guys, they'd go and kill themselves and just, end it for themselves instead of having to see their family suffer or anything like that. So it was a pretty heavy duty time for everybody involved. So the theory on stealing your bread or not, I guess we all kind of think about it until we put ourselves in that situation, don't know about it. But there was, then FDR came along and he had all these federal programs where he started handing out money, or Hoover's philosophy was pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. The Republic way where take care of yourself and you'll be all right. We'll move on to this little book right here. It's got some pictures of the Great Depression. Let's do a little observation of what these people are thinking and what you think their conditions are. This guy doesn't look too disastrous here. I got a smile on, got himself a little healthy goat. Where do you think he lives and how he's doing? Yeah, he's California way. Yep, he's living pretty decent. It's 36, so he's almost out of it, but there's still pretty extreme conditions back then too. And on this side, what do you guys got here? What would you call that guy? Yeah, one of those hobos who rode the railways and the byways, just looking for work, stuff like that. There's towns that put out on the side of their city limits saying, wandering men, please keep going, we can't feed our own. So you think you're going to hit something better and you just constantly find something that ain't. Then here, you have a young woman with a little baby. She's only 18 years old and lives in a little tent by the looks of it, kind of a makeshift deal. Support a little food. Don't know if the husband's present or not. Maybe he left, or maybe he's out working trying to find work. Then 1938 came along. This is the city life again. These boys don't look too bad. Well dressed, kind of got some clothes. They're not all holy stuff like that. They're not dusty at all. So sometimes the city life got better, and they kind of came out of it a little bit better than the rural did too. The rural had been suffering for a while with the poor market price and stuff like that. They had, in the 1920s, when everybody was dancing up the storm in the cities, the farmers were having a tough time of it already at then. Not so much with the droughts and stuff like that, but they had low prices and weren't being able to pay the bills. Here's Days of the Family Farm. It's a lady who found this when she was going through her weird a little bit back in the 1880s, 1886, when they had the terrible winter, and how it's just, people had tough times, and there's countless times where our nation's run across tough decisions, whether it be weather, economic failures, stuff like that. I just wanted you to think a little bit about where you decide to live, which place would invest, and just to think about some things too, you know. I doubt any of us have ever gone to the fridge, it's been completely empty. We've always had plenty to eat, stuff like that. And you never know what you're capable of,